It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. Welcome back to the Pigskin Pregame. Good morning, everyone. We are here live. It's 10 a.m. It's football Sunday. The doc is live. The doc is in. It's hard to believe. We are over halfway through the NFL regular season now. And as we hit the second half of the season, today's a very interesting referendum day, right? This is a day that we might refer back to once the playoffs roll around. I feel like we're going to learn a lot as we go into the second half of the season here. A very educational week of football. And a lot of good games, I gotta say. There's a few good games, I feel like, in every window. We got a fun Sunday night game. Monday night game tomorrow is awesome. We're going to be live for that as well. Even the game right now in Germany, Colts-Falcons, has been a little solid. We've had some stuff going on in that one. I've got that one up to my right, just peeping it every once in a while, right? Maybe if it gets a little good, we can lock in for that. But we're back for the Pigskin pregame. You guys know the drill. If you're in here, feel free to say hello in chat. Looks like we got Joao and Caden in here. What's up, guys? Good to have you in here. Joao saying, let's go. Oh, yeah, dude. Hey. Seahawks. Big game today. We're going to be talking plenty about that one. That is unironically one of the games that I'm most excited for this week. For obvious reasons, but also, I don't know. It's a good matchup. We've seen some good games between those two teams in the past. It's a rematch from a Thursday night game a couple months ago. It's an interesting reference point, right? Today is a referendum. We're going to learn a lot today, but I'm excited, man. I got my new mug. Shout out Bullseye, dude. He's the GOAT. I love Bullseye so much. He's so sick. It's a little impractical to drink out of, though. I can't lie. His ears kind of get in the way, but it's the holiday season, kind of. We're getting a little festive, but let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's just get started with a little immaculate grid. I held off at taking a look on it, because I wanted to keep it a surprise, right? But we're just gonna dive right in to our good old immaculate grid and see what we got here today. Looks like it's an all-team one, which I can get down with. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Pear Champ? Good to have you back in here. I'm doing well, man. I think last week, I kind of treated it as like my bye week. I just take it a little bit of a break. I wasn't feeling well a little bit earlier, too. Saturday, I was pretty under the weather. And Sunday, I was like, oh, I'll rest my voice a little bit. And then I just got home from work last Monday, and I was just so tired. And I got home kind of late. I was like, man, I'd love to go live for the GOAT at quarterback. But I just ended up kicking my feet up, watching that game, drinking it all in. And oh, baby, what a game it was. But we will get to that one eventually. I'm actually very excited to talk about that Seahawks-Cardinals game, but I'm doing well, man. How about you, Pear Champ? Hope you're doing well. Packers, big game. I almost said they had a bye. They have a big game tomorrow, and we will be live for that as well. I did see the Darnold grid yesterday, Joel. Someone put it in Discord, and I saw a few tweets about it. I think that's got to be like the first time ever that there's been a grid where one player works for every square, right? And I bet you they knew what they were doing, but that was pretty sick. Anyways. Let's do this. I like the emojis, by the way, Caden. there might be a message behind it that I'm not getting, or it's just sick emojis. But either way, we're gonna get into this. Here we go. We've got Lions, Bengals, Lions, Titans, Lions, Giants. We've got Falcons, Bengals, Falcons, Titans, Falcons, Giants, Bills, Bengals, Bills, Titans, Bills, Giants. Kind of a tough one. There's no obvious ones that are jumping out to me right away. I guess you could go Marvin Jones for Lions Bengals. That would be one. I want to say Roy Williams, but I know there's two Roy Williams. I'm thinking of the wide receiver. I know he'd work for Lions Cowboys. I'm not sure if the wide receiver Roy Williams played for the Bengals or not, or if it was just the safety. That one is tough. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know. But right off the dome, I'm thinking Marvin Jones Jr. We'll see if we could come up with another one for that. There's always a meaning, right? Pear Champs in Wisconsin for the Monday night game. Let's go. Oh, that's sick, dude. Hey, that's a great game to go to. We'll preview that one when we go live on Monday. I might throw you a little bone, though. I mean, if you're going to be at the game, here's what I'll say. I honestly think they might win. I think the Packers might actually lock in and win that game. It's in Green Bay. I like the moves that Philly made at the deadline on defense, but there might just be like a little bit of a retooling period a little bit. I think Jeff Hafley might have a good game plan for this Eagles offense. I don't know, man. If they could just open up the off, like just let Jordan Love cook a little bit more, right? Man, there's so much. It's like the Texans the past few years with C.J. Stroud, where it's like, all right, bro, like our quarterback is just gonna bail us out on 3rd and 9. It's like, dude, you don't have to do that. Like you can throw on 1st down. It's okay, Matt LaFleur. Like it's okay. I don't know, but I digress. I don't know. I think the Packers might actually have a chance, though. That's what I'll say. I'll throw you a little bone if you're going to be at the game. I'll give you a little Packers take there. I actually like their chances. I did pick them, so we'll see. Anyways, we might just go Marvin Jones Jr. That's not going to be a good one, but I don't know. I mean, we'll start with a layup. 29%. That's a little lower than I thought. Maybe there's another really obvious one. Oh, DJ Reader. That would have been a good one, I guess. Oh well, we'll take Marvin Jones Jr. We're waking up still, right? Where's my ticket? That I actually don't get. Yeah, that one I actually don't get. Yeah, losing Kraft is tough. Here's what I'll say. In a weird way, obviously losing Tucker Kraft is bad, and it sucks because he's such a fun player and he's such a good player, and like he is, I would say, pretty easily your best pass catcher if you're the Packers, right? It might force their hand a little bit to open up things a little bit more on offense. Like it might actually force them to use Matthew Golden a little bit more. It might force them to use Christian Watson a little bit more. It might force them to take a few more shots downfield. And in a weird way, I almost wonder if the passing game is going to be more tailored to the way Love plays now because they don't have that. And it's weird, like saying like losing their easy option is almost better. But you know what I'm saying? Like they might actually take a few more shots downfield now without him because they have no choice to, right? They might run the ball a little bit less, which has been kind of tough for them so far because now they're down one of their best blockers. Like they might have to, you know? It still will probably be a slight net negative, but I'm actually interested to see if that's going to be like backbreaking or not. I don't know. I think Love might sling it tomorrow. And exactly. I mean, I think Golden has looked good, Caden. Like, I think he's looked good when he's been out there. They just got to get him the ball a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see. It's interesting, though. It is a bummer. He's having the season of his life. He was on like an all-pro trajectory. Seriously. Like, is he like tight end 3 in the league? He might be. He's an awesome player. But, all right. Lions, Titans. I've got a few for this one, actually. We could go Kyle Vanden Bosch, but we're going to go Stephen Tulloch. You might know him as the guy who tore his ACL, mimicking Aaron Rodgers' discount double check celebration after he sacked him. But he was a solid player for a while. Good linebacker for the Titans and Lions. We'll take a nice little 3% Stephen Tulloch right there. All right. Lions, Giants. Ooh, okay. Lions, Giants. We might come back to that one. I don't have an obvious one off the top of my head for that. Falcons, Bengals. Jesse Bates is the obvious one, but I feel like we could do a little bit better than that. Hayden Hurst. 100% Hayden Hurst. Let's go. 12%, that's fine. That's fine. We'll take 12%. We're not going to get like a 25 rarity score today, but that's fine. We're going for a good grid. How about that? We're getting back into the swing of things a little bit. Yeah, no, it's crazy though. Like that's the first thing you think of with Stephen Tulloch, right? He was like a solid player for a little bit, but that is what everyone knows him for, unfortunately. I want to say it might have been on Thanksgiving too. I want to say it was the same game that Ndamukong Suh stomped on Evan Dietrich Smith. If you remember that. Thanksgiving 2011. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. I might look that up later. Fun stream idea from Pear Champ saying, who deserves the NFL awards for mid-season? It's funny you say that, Pear Champ, because Caden and I have actually been discussing, and we are making some mid-season adjustments, right? We're going to try and do some more I don't want to say like fun streams to imply that these aren't fun, right? But like kind of more like stuff we saw in the off season, right? And so something like that could be a good idea. And I think Caden and I will probably jot that down later because I do have some award takes and, just like throwing some stuff in midweek, stuff like that. We've got a few other fun ideas that we'll probably hit here, but we are making some mid-season adjustments. We're still going to be doing this, obviously, but I like that pair champ. Caden, write that down. But because I have some interesting award takes, that's what I'll say, including Offensive Rookie of the Year. But let's go. Thank you, Caden. Appreciate you. All right. Falcons, Titans. Dude, am I going to put Michael Pruitt again? I always use Michael Pruitt. I am a Michael Pruitt merchant. No shame, right? I mean, you can think of all the Arthur Smith crossover players. You've got him. Jonnu Smith is the other big one. We're going to do Michael Pruitt. I don't care. This is my show. We're going to do Michael Pruitt. 0.9%, dude. I know too much about Michael Pruitt, dude. I know like all the teams that he's played for. He's such an easy bag for me in Immaculate Grid, but we'll take it. We're trying to speed things up here a little bit. Falcons, Giants. Falcons, Giants. That one we might come back to. Bills, Bengals. We've also got Bills, Titans, and then Bills, Giants. I mean, Bills, Giants, we could do Tyrod Taylor. That's the easy one, right? Whatever. We're going for a good grid today. He's also not playing. 51% is kind of tough, but whatever. We'll take it. Aaron Glenn was keeping his quarterback decision a secret from the team until today, which I thought was kind of interesting, or until yesterday, but Justin Fields will be playing. All right. Bills, Titans. Oh my gosh. Bills, Titans is tricky. I feel like there is like a decent amount of overlap between these two teams, right? I mean, you think of the Music City Miracle, but and then like okay. Falcons, Giants is another interesting one too. I mean, I'm just trying to think of like quarterbacks or like you could do Younghoe Koo. I guess I'm not sure if he's actually appeared in a game for the Giants or not. Would Younghoe Koo work? I think he would. I'm a little scared that he won't count because he hasn't like technically played for them. I'm going to do it. Dang it. Oh, well, that's fine. Like, we're going for a perfect grid. We'll take a 51% on Tyrod Taylor. Oh, well, what can you do? Dude, it's crazy, though. I'm blanking on a lot of these squares right now. Koo would have been good, though. Why do I want to say that Osi Umenyiora played for the Falcons? Whatever, we're just guessing. How did I know that? And apparently it's not like that obscure. 22% got that. I have no idea how I knew that, to be honest. Yeah, he played his last 2 years with the Falcons. I couldn't tell you a single thing about his tenure with the Falcons. I have no idea how that came to me, truly. That is crazy. He is a very underrated player. He had a really good career. He did deal with that injury, but man, him and Justin Tuck were nice for a while for the Giants. They had Michael Strahan at the end of his career, too. He was a big part of those Giants Super Bowl teams. I have no idea how I came up with that, though. That's crazy. Osi Umenyiora mentioned. Let's go. He also had like a 6-sack game once against the Eagles back in like 2006 or something. Okay, we've got 2 guesses left. 22%. That's a little surprising, honestly. I guess there's just not many options for that. Okay. Bills, Bengals. Who has played for the Bills and the Bengals? Oh my gosh, Zach Moss. We'll take Zach Moss. Let's go. 4%. Not bad. Okay. We got 1 guess left here. We can either do Bills, Titans, or Lions, Giants. I feel like we could get a decent one for Lions, Giants. Who that might be, I'm not sure. I'm picturing a wide receiver in my head right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Zach Moss. There you go. Dude, Zach Moss is a very underrated pull, honestly. He had that one random good year with the Colts. Shane Steichen's first year there. He hasn't really done a whole lot outside of that. And now, with the knowledge that we have of the Colts, maybe that was sign that, like, wow, Shane Steichen's kind of nice. There he is. He's mad about a penalty right now. Colts up 13-7. I think the Falcons might put up a fight. They're kind of an upset pick for me a little bit in this one, but we'll see. Okay, we've got one more here. Maybe there's like a quarterback or something. Oh my goodness. Lions, Giants. I'm picturing a wide receiver or a defensive tackle for some reason, and I couldn't tell you why. Tim Boyle. Yo, let's go. Tim Boyle. That's an awesome one. Let's go. Tim Boyle, Giants, Lions. There you go. Great poll pair, champ. Let's go. That was awesome. Tim Boyle, 2%. Okay. Now let's see. Nah, we won't keep guessing. We're going to play the honorable way, the right way. Oh, Mohamed Sanu. Yeah. Devontae Freeman, most common answer. Yeah. Adrian Peterson being most common for Titans Lions is kind of crazy, but I can see it just because a lot of people know his teams. Oh, T.O. Yeah. Makes sense. All right. Well, we'll take it. That was our first grid in a while. I can't complain too much about that. But now our brain is warmed up. It is time for the fantasy hotline. We're gonna check in on the Dr. Pigskin League too. It is a little unfortunate that the Ravens played on Thursday night last week, and I just completely forgot that I had Lamar on my team because he's been out for a while, and so he didn't end up playing for me. Flacco ended up doing all right, but that was a bit of a blunder on the manager's part. So, we're taking some accountability for that. I don't know if we're going to pull off the miracle and end up crawling back into the playoffs. We are 2-6, unfortunately. I'm second to last in my own league, which is kind of tough, but I don't know. It's just been one of those years in fantasy for me, man. My dynasty teams have been all right, but my redraft teams have been rough. But I already set most of my lineup. We should be all right here. Of course, you guys know. If you want to ask me any fantasy stardom, situm questions, anything like that, I'll try my best to not lead you the wrong way. It happens sometimes. What can you do? But we are playing against Games Solved here. We'll see how that goes. See, it's I would say most people's teams here aren't bad necessarily, right? I guess Games Solved been hurt a little bit by his running backs, which has been kind of tough. Jacobs has had kind of a down year. I mean, he's been scoring touchdowns, but he hasn't been crazy. Jefferson's kind of had a weird year. We'll get into him more later, though. I think he might go crazy today. We got the Jefferson jersey on. Let's check it on the standings, though. Let's see how we're doing here. Man, Gabe is 8-1. He has been feasting in all of his fantasy leagues this year. It's kind of crazy. I see you, Pair Champ, at 6-2. We got some solid teams in this league. Man, 8-1 is crazy, though. I mean, it's a pretty nice team. These wide receivers are nuts. St. Brown, London, and Devontae Smith. Yeah, that'll do it, dude. You got James Cook. Man, Judkins, Warren have both been good. It's a good team. Baker's been pretty good. He's got Gadsden, who's just the bane of my existence. Let's see Pair Champ's team, too. Rico Dowdle, dude, what a pickup, man. And Kyle Monongai, dude. Those are some nice running backs right there. Yeah, you got your signature win. Yeah, that's right. You are. Dude, you got, oh my gosh, your wide receivers, Puka and Igbuka. Igbuka. That's kind of fun to say. Darnold. Oh, I see. Yeah. Broncos-Raiders game was terrible for fantasy, especially with Bo Nix in there. I see the vision with starting Bo Nix. I thought, man, they're playing the Raiders. Their defense has just been so sloppy. I can understand why a Nix Sutton stack might have been enticing. Dude, that game was respectfully just kind of horrible in general, man. I watched most of that game. Good Lord, dude. The Raiders really should have won that game. They shot themselves in the foot so much. And it makes no sense why they only targeted Bowers twice the whole game. It was such a big deal. Him coming back last week and having a monster game, 3 touchdowns. This is what this offense is supposed to look like. I don't know how you can go the whole game targeting him only twice, man. That was just... And you have Geno Smith hobbling around, clearly hurt, clearly unable to move, and you're keeping him in the game. It's like, I don't know, man. They're blitzing the crap out of him. They're teeing off on him. Broncos ended up giving 7 sacks. It's like, you could have maybe put Kenny Pickett in there, just hopes he like runs around and like does something, and like all you needed was a field goal, you know? I don't know. But that's the state of our league right here. I'm near the bottom, which is tough. 5% chance to make the playoffs. So you're saying there's a chance, but maybe next year we'll get him. We'll get him next year, boys. Oh, and then Gothberg will appreciate this. I'm not doing so hot in this league. I changed my name in this one to Dr. Fraudskin. Yeah. But yeah, the lineup's good here. Got a big one here. Look who I got starting at quarterback, man. Who would have thought? I picked him up back in August. That's crazy. Who would have thought? Downs has been killing me this year, man. They're giving all the good looks to Tyler Warren. No, it's supposed to go to him, not Tyler Warren. But yeah, we're all good. And then Kyle Pitts, row. Algier scored. Oh, he's on my bench, but Alec Pierce is on my bench too. That's tough, but I'll check those trade offers later. Everyone's been trying to get my players in this league. Anyways, that was the fantasy hotline. We got Caden asking for Arthur and T. Henny stat line predictions. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Well, I'm feeling a 30-piece from T. Henny, and then Arthur will probably get a triple-double, and they're just going to be beasts. They're going to be humble beasts while doing it. Oh, man. I am excited, though. Hey, shout out double rep. Parker saying, sounds like you need to accept my trade. Welcome to the stream, bro. Good to have you in here. Yeah, man. I mean, maybe I should have shaken things up. And it's tough because, like, Lamar's back now, and he's been good. And Bijan has just been a little streaky. He's been a little off and on. You know, they're just not getting him the ball right now, which is kind of frustrating. But who knows, man? That trade might have saved my season. It might have put me in the pits of misery even deeper. But Warren is a beast. No, I can't even hate. Like, this is just me being a selfish Josh Downs lover. Like, deservedly so, Tyler Warren is getting these looks, right? He's a fantastic player. You can make a case for him being Offensive Rookie of the Year. But Josh Downs was supposed to get those passes. No. But you know what? It's fine. I guess Josh Downs will just be their third option forever. This was supposed to be the year he got 105 catches, but it's fine. Colts offense absolutely rips, and he's not a part of it. It's fine. But no, I mean, they're so much fun to watch. I can't hate too much. Pearchamp says Pierce is having a good game today for him in his other league. Dude, I mean, Downs might be their fourth option because Pierce is on, like, he's evolved his game so much too, right? He's not even just a deep threat anymore. He was already one of the best deep threats in the NFL, but he's grown as a route runner. He's better on those shorter options now, right? You can get him on slants. He's good in those RPOs. He can do some of the stuff they usually saved from Michael Pittman, and he's still just so good downfield. And Daniel Jones has been ripping the rock and throwing downfield. Yeah, man. I mean, he's nice. This Colts wide receiver room is so nice. And I'm actually glad that we're talking about this because there is one thing I want to hit. You know, we might pop in and out of the trade deadline talk a little bit. Obviously, the big news was Sauce Gardner going to the Colts. I do like the Jets getting Adonai Mitchell in that trade. I really like him getting thrown in as a little bonus. He's just a guy that I've always liked, and he hasn't really been able to crack the lineup in Indy just because their wide receivers are set in stone, right? Their receivers are so good, and I get like him going in the doghouse a little bit after the whole Rams incident where he's dropping the ball before the end zone. But man, every time he's been out there, he has looked really good, and I liked him coming out of the draft. You know, he fell a little bit because of character concerns, but I don't know. For the Jets, where it's kind of a lost season, you're just kind of trying to figure things out a little bit. Put him in that offense. Have him be the wide receiver too. Let him get a few more targets. I want to see it. I'm still hoarding my Adonai Mitchell stocks, and I think that's a great trade for the Jets. Getting Mitchell and 2 firsts for a corner who's good, and I understand why the Colts did it, right? And I'm not even going to kill them too much. I think they got hit a little bit too hard for that trade. I get what they're trying to do, but I like the Adonai Mitchell lottery ticket a lot for the Jets. I don't know, man. I'm still kind of in on the organization, which sounds so weird to say because they're having such a bad year, but I hope Aaron Glenn gets another year, man. I really do. I still kind of have some faith in them a little bit with what they're building. But Patient asking Egbuka or Warren for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Then we got a question from Caden. We'll hit those two. Then we'll dive into the Sunday slate. In typical me fashion. Dude, if Cam was in here right now, he would be like, of course, with what I'm about to say. This is like, I don't know. Maybe this is stupid, my take, but here's what I'll say. I think both Egbuka or Warren would be very, very valid picks for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And realistically, I think it's probably going to be one of those guys that wins it, right? And I have no issue with that. I'm not going to, like, start a fight or anything. I'm not going to, like, go march on NFL headquarters or anything like that. Of course not, right? If I had to pick, if I was a voter, truly, right now, if the season ended today and I had a vote, if I was voting for Offensive Rookie of the Year, no joke. This is not just because of where I grew up. No joke, I would vote for Gray Zabel. I think he's been the best offensive rookie. And I know, like, a lineman is probably never going to win that award, and they have their own award now. But seriously, I mean, he is playing at an all-pro level right now. Like, he seriously might be like a second-team all-pro type of player. He has been unbelievable this year. He's been such a big part of the Seahawks offensive turnaround, and he's just so good week in and week out. And, Igbuka's missed a game or two and stuff, and Warren is just part of this machine. I don't know if this is, like, too hipstery or whatever, but truly, my pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year, if the season ended right now, would probably be Gray Zabel. He has been phenomenal, dude. I think he's been the best rookie in the league, truly. And he won't win it. I know he won't, but I would vote for him. I would. I don't know. That's my take. But if I had to pick between Egbuka or Warren, I might say Warren. Oh, that's tough, though. I might say Warren, just because, again, Egbuka's missed a game, and Warren has been such a big part of the Colts passing game, and he adds a little bit as a blocker, too, right? You get him out in space. I'll say Tyler Warren if I had to pick between those two. Caden's on board. Let's go. Hey, horns up certainly doesn't hurt, right? But even if he did go to NDSU, I would probably pick him. I think Armand Membou, the right tackle for the Jets, should be in consideration, too. I mean, these offensive linemen have been sick. This has been a great rookie offensive lineman class. But yeah, well, we're voting for Zabel. That's what I'll say. Caden's asking, have I heard the Pierce Gardner story? I have not. I know they went to the same college. I think they might have been teammates at Cincinnati for a little bit. I don't know how much they overlapped there necessarily, but I can't say that I've heard the story about them. Is it a good story or is it a bad story? I'm going to get our first game set up here for the Sunday slate, and maybe you can fill me in. I'm unsure of this story, to be honest with you, but I am a little intrigued. That's what I'll say. I'm a little intrigued. All right. It's Sunday slate time. Here we go. The bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of this show. We're going to hit every game. And again, as I was saying at the top of the show, fun slate of games, honestly. I think we got some good games in every window. We're going to start with a big one, as we always do. They're my team. They're set as my favorite team on ESPN. They've got a little star next to them. It's the battle of the purple. Ravens, Vikings at US Bank Stadium. Two teams, you want to talk about how this is a referendum type of week, right? Two teams that I think have a decent path to the playoffs, but a lot of it rides on this game. This is a very, very important game for both teams. Ravens are 3-5. They looked pretty good last week on Thursday night. Lamar is finally back. Offense is starting to wake up a little bit. They've made some moves to try and retool the defense past few weeks with some trades and whatnot, getting a little bit healthier. Some of the other teams in the FC North are losing a little bit, There is certainly a path for the Ravens to still maybe win the division, but this is one that they gotta have. Their schedule, honestly, is not that bad going forward. Like after this, they got the Browns, they got the Jets, Bengals twice, Steelers sandwiched in the middle of that. Then they got the Patriots, Packers, and Steelers to end. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do have some tough games, but I mean, after this, Browns and Jets, like they'll have plenty of chance to get right, you know? That Bengals game is on Thanksgiving. But this is kind of one that they have to have. And if you're the Vikings, hey. One of the biggest wins of the KOC era last week, going on the road to Detroit, finally getting the monkey off their back, beating the Lions for the first time since I was in college, which is kind of crazy. They have a tough schedule going forward too, man. I mean, if they win this game, all of a sudden you start to think maybe the door is slightly cracked open for the NFC North with some of these teams dropping games. You had the Packers lose last week. You have a game in hand on the Lions now, right? Man, if the Vikings lose, though, then I think winning the division might be out of the question, and it would be an uphill battle to get into the playoffs. All is to say, I really think this is a massive game. It's not often that you see a interconference game or what, like AFC NFC game that has this big of implications. I just think where these teams are in their season right now, looking at their schedules going forward, the winner of this game is going to have some serious momentum to maybe make a push for the division. I really want to pick the Vikings for obvious reasons, right? I really want to pick the Vikings. I was very encouraged with what I saw last week. J.J. McCarthy was not perfect by any means, but I think he looked significantly better last week than he had in his first few games. He looked a lot more calm. He got the ball out quicker. He did a good job using his legs. He made some great throws, man. I mean, that throw to Naylor to ice the game, had a few nice fades to Addison. One of them got dropped. One he just put in the bucket. That throw to Jefferson, even the one-hander, like it was a sick catch, but it was a good spot for that ball to go too, right? Offensive line is mostly healthy, and the defense played with their hair on fire. I really, really want to pick the Vikings. And I said, like at the beginning of the season, like there's no shot we win this game. But the Ravens' defense has been a lot worse than we thought it would be. They've got some issues in the secondary. They're kind of reshuffling, retooling things. I do like the Vikings receivers against this Ravens secondary. I think this game is going to come down to, can the Vikings handle Derrick Henry, right? They passed the test with flying colors last week, handling the Lions' run game. Flores had an excellent game plan. They got pressure on Goff, right? They're able to kind of target Jahmyr Gibbs in pass protection, set up a lot of third and longs, and then blitz. If I'm the Ravens, though, I might say prove it. I might be like, all right, do it again. Like, stop the run again. If I'm the Ravens, I might start the game off pounding it with Derrick Henry. I'm giving him like 15 carries in the first half and being like, prove it. Stop the run again. This is a very, very big test for this Vikings defense. Baltimore is 4.5-point road favorites, which is kind of crazy. I see it, though. I mean, this is a very talented team. They have maybe the best quarterback in the world. Screw it. I'm picking the Vikings. I picked them in the Pick'em Challenge. I don't know, man. I think we might have a good day on offense today. Here's what I'll say. I've got the Jefferson jersey on today. Some of this is gut feeling. Some of this is, matchup. I think we are due for Justin Jefferson to have a signature game here today. He's had some good games this season, and like last season, he had 1,500 yards. He had some good games, but it's been a while since we've seen like a truly dominant, holy crap type of game from Justin Jefferson, right? It's been a while since we've seen him have like, the most receiving yards in the NFL this week. I think that happens today. I think he goes, here's my bold prediction for today. I think Justin Jefferson goes for 200 yards today. I think he's going to have a fantastic day against this Ravens secondary. I think the Vikings are going to feed him early and often. The game script will probably keep things open for Minnesota's offense. They might have to throw the ball a lot. I think we're going to see a lot of points. I think this is going to be the Justin Jefferson game of the season here. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm too hopped up on hopium right now after a crazy win last week. I'm taking the Vikings. Give me the Vikings 27-24, Justin Jefferson 200 yards. Let's do this, baby. Come on. I don't know. If you want to pick the Ravens, I think that's probably the rational take, right? Give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings. I don't know. I think our offense is going to look pretty good today. It's going to be a big test for our defense, though. What are you guys thinking in chat? You guys rocking with the Ravens or Vikings here? I won't blame you one bit if you're going Ravens in this one. I totally get it. I am too optimistic right now. I'm going to ride it out. If I get hurt, so be it. Whatever, right? It's more fun to live this way. So I'm taking the Vikings. We'll see, man. We'll see. But I was pretty encouraged with what I saw last week. Panchamp is saying JJ having the same exact stat line against the Bears and Lions is crazy. Yeah, I suppose he did, didn't he? It makes total sense. It's kind of nice to not get it all in the fourth quarter this time. Now, granted, he got most of it in the first half, but still, that's got to be another, when has that ever happened, right? But I think eye test wise, I think he looked better this past week than he did against the Bears and certainly against the Falcons. That game was pretty rough, but I don't know, man. Parker likes the Vikes. Let's go, baby. Hey, we're going to ride this one out together. Let's go. Oh, I don't know. If the Ravens come out and they score like 20 in the first half and Derrick Henry is rolling, I'll just be like, whatever, right? But we'll learn a lot in this first half here. Flores is dialed in right now. Having Andrew Van Ginkel back was huge too, right? All those blitzes that we pulled against the Lions last week, it's a lot easier to do when you've got Van Ginkel out there who can be an actual serious threat in coverage. And it's a little bit more ambiguous as to what he's doing as opposed to respectfully, Dallas Turner, right? You're worried a lot more about Van Ginkel potentially dropping back than you would Dallas Turner. So getting him back was huge. And I think with him and Cashman back both now, the defense just makes a lot more sense now. And I like that. They are sleeping on us. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. Oh, and then the Pierce Gardner story. Once Gardner got there, Pierce refused to have anyone else guard him. Respect. I love that. I love stuff like that, right? Just the competitive nature, two dogs going at it. It probably was just a little fun throwback to their college days. I like that. That's awesome. I know he and Garrett Wilson did a similar type of thing a few years ago. If you remember the Hard Knocks clip, dude, I gotta say, in retrospect, that was a pretty fun season of Hard Knocks, and it is a shame that Jets team never really worked out because the aura of some of those clips was crazy, where they're shaking hands before practice and they're going at it, and Wilson makes a sick catch, and then the next play Gardner breaks it up, and he and Sauce and Aaron Rodgers had their little handshake that went so hard, dude. If you know, you know. But anyways, all that the aura was crazy for about 3 plays with that 2023 Jets team, dude. The Aaron Rodgers Sauce Gardner handshake. Oh. Panchamp saying Van Ginkel is probably my favorite Viking right now. Gives Clay Matthews vibes. Great comparison. And it's not just the long hair. Just the way they're able to fill so many different roles on the defense. Now, he's a sick player, man. And he and Flores go way back. It was an absolute home run signing for the Vikings, bringing him in. So, oh, yeah. Can I recreate it? All right, I got you. This is about to be so cringe. I'm going to dap myself up or whatever. But they're like, right? But it's something like that. I just saw the replay of it on my monitor. That's crazy, dude. But that is my best recreation of this. Let's go to the next game. All right. Next game. Chicago Bears playing host to the team of Dr. Pigskin. Woo! Let's go, Giants. They're 2-7 for the 3rd straight year. Woo! Woo! Yeah, man. I got suckered by this team. The team of Dr. Pigskin has quickly become a kiss of death, unfortunately. I don't know what to say, man. This is another one of those games. Here, I was talking with some people yesterday, right? And Gothberg brought up a good point that maybe this could be a slight upset watch. The Bears defense is pretty bad and they're dealing with some injuries and I don't fully trust that side of the ball right now. And I do think this Giants defensive line, that is the one thing that is legit about this team, right? That could maybe cause some problems for Caleb Williams. He's still maybe holding on to the ball a little bit too long. Like, he's had some issues taking sacks, turnover here or there, right? Maybe this Giants defense could create a few splash plays in the passing game. I could see that. I don't know. This run defense is pretty awful, though, and that's one thing that I didn't really see coming. I mean, they truly have probably one of the 3 worst run defenses in the league, and the Bears' run game is heating up. I mean, this could be a big Kyle Monangai game. He's really come along. Ben Johnson, I got to give him credit. I was like, how much of this run game prowess is him versus, like, the Lions? Like, I think the Bears want to spread things out and throw it, and they have, but the run game has been awesome for Chicago. So I think that could be a thing that really tilts in favor of the Bears, even though I do worry about this defense. And Dart has been solid. Like, he's been a lot better than I expected. This is just another one of those games that I'm looking at the Giants like, man, if you had Malik Neighbors, maybe I'd give you a little bit more of a chance in this one, right? Maybe they'd be 4-5 right now if they had Malik Neighbors, right? Like, oh, maybe if you had one of those like alpha receivers out there that could really take advantage of this bad secondary, then I'd feel like, yeah, I could see an upset, but I don't know. I don't think it's the worst call in the world to say that maybe the Giants could pull off the upset here. I'm a little surprised by ESPN's matchup predictor. I'm looking at that right now. It has a pretty even split. Giants have a 48.7% chance to win this one, but the Bears are 4.5-point home favorites. I am going to go Chicago. I think the run game is going to get it done for them, and even though the Giants might keep it close for a little bit, just not having Neighbors, not having a true game changer out there on offense, like, they might put up some points, but they might need to score 30 to win this one. Or they're going to have to, like, pick off Caleb twice and, like, get a few sacks or something. There's worlds where they win this game. I don't think we're living in that world right now. I'll say Bears win 31-21. But it's like a close-ish 10-point win, if that makes sense. But crazy win for the Bears last week, though. Man, that game was something else. Colston Loveland finally getting going. We'll take that, right? Hey, we'll take it however we can. Oh, Drake London just scored. Falcons hanging in there, man. Look at that. Look at that. That went insanely hard. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. You know, I try my best to be sick, so. Geez Louise. Welcome back, folks. Did you miss me? Goes from a sick, smoking handshake to drinking out of his bullseye mug. All right. Let's go to the next game. All right. Another rematch here. Another rematch. Saw this game, I believe it was week 3, Thursday Night Football. Divisional game. Bills-Dolphins. This one in Miami. I don't know, man. I don't have a ton to say on this one. I worry about this Dolphins defense holding up against this Bills rushing attack and really the Bills offense, which is cooking now. And the defense might be turning the corner a little bit. We saw a good Cole Bishop game last week, which was huge. I mean, he's kind of been the easy lick on this Bills defense, right? He's been the guy that everyone's been picking on, but he had a great game against the Chiefs last week. Very encouraging stuff for the Bills. And I mean, this still might be the best offense in the NFL. They have a down game here and there, but good Lord Almighty. They've got the quarterback, they've got the line, they've got the running game. The receivers aren't amazing, but they're good enough, you know? And Brady's been dialed in as their coordinator. This Dolphins team has really struggled to defend the run. This could be another monster James Cook game, right? I don't know how much the Bills are necessarily going to attack downfield. We saw last time these two teams played, Josh Allen's average depth of target was like 3 yards or something. Like, it was a lot of short stuff, right? I don't know he's going to go out here and throw for 400 yards, but it could be honestly what we've seen a lot from Josh these past few years, where it's a nice, efficient 225 yards passing, not a lot of incompletions, then like maybe one passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown or something, but they like to run the ball. They certainly can against this Dolphins defense, and I don't know, man. I mean, the Bills have always had the Dolphins number, even when they've been good. Unless, like, Achane really gets going, I don't know that they can really even keep it close a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. This is one of the bigger spreads of the week. I think it makes total sense. I don't have much to say about the Dolphins that I haven't already said. I'm a little surprised they fired their GM. They're keeping Mike McDaniel. I wonder, like, does that mean he's going to get another year, right? Whoever the next GM is, he's probably going to have final say over whether he wants to keep him around or not. But that was something that was interesting. You know, I made my bold claim a few weeks ago, like, oh, the Dolphins are going to lose to the Browns, and that's going to be the end of the Mike McDaniel era. It was not. It was the end of the Chris Greer era. But McDaniel's still there, so we'll see. If the next coach wants to keep him, or next GM wants to keep him around for a year, yeah, I don't always like that when it's just like those pairings feel a little awkward. You know, I can look at the team that's playing right now, the Falcons, and like that's felt a little wonky at times. But we'll see. But I got the Bills winning big here. We'll say Buffalo hangs 33 on them. We'll say Bills win 33-20. So no crazy take there for you, but you can't always have a crazy take. What's up, Ryan Asty? Welcome back. Good to have you. Howdy indeed, dude. Hey, Bucks, man. We're getting to the Bucks in a sec. We got one more game before the Bucks. A banger of a game. Oh, baby. I'm fired up for that one. That one's going to be getting second screen treatment, right? We'll have the Vikings game up on the big screen, obviously. I will say, I'm a little salty. We've had a good run here in Atlanta of having the Vikings game be the one that's in market. Last week it was on Fox, and it's like, oh, beautiful. I love it. The Eagles game was on Fox here in Atlanta. I didn't have to go to any sketchy websites or anything. I could just pull it up on my TV. It was great. And I thought this morning, like, Falcons are playing in Germany, right? Ravens-Vikings is a big game. Maybe that'll be the Fox game here in Atlanta. I pull up the broadcast map. It's Giants-Bears. It's like, come on, man. Giants-Bears is the national Fox game? What are we doing, man? I don't know, but the CBS game here is Patriots-Bucks, so we will have that one up as well. And we're just going to have to pirate the game. Don't snitch. Yeah, we're going to pirate the game. So we're going to pirate the crap out of it. Anyways. Man. Ryan Estes saying usually GMs like to bring in their own guys or owners like to bring in both together. Yeah. And if I had to guess, like once they find their GM, I would be surprised if he was like, yeah, let's keep Mike. I guess letting him ride out the season is like a sign of goodwill. Like, I mean, there seems to be a good relationship between him and ownership. The Dolphins owners love Mike McDaniel. Yeah, I get why, right? He's a likable guy, but it is interesting. It's like, you could have maybe just had a clean break, but I don't know. You're telling Colin, no. Well, there's a lot you could tell Colin. You could tell him about some of my Xbox practices. Pair Champ and Gabe solved or tied for first in the Pick'em. Okay, I see you. Yeah, I know you've been nice in the Pick'em challenge all year, man. We've got a good race up at the top. I think I'm in 5th right now, but I'm definitely a tier below you guys. We might peep in on that before we wrap up the show too. But yeah, man, I'm trying to hang in there. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Pair Champ, you were pretty darn good in the Picks challenge last year too. I'm trying. I know it was like Rakija Brown won last year, and I was never able to find Rakija Brown, but I know you were up there last year too. All right, next game. Oh boy. Well, good news for you, Ryan Esty. We might get to your next game pretty quickly. This one is interesting, to say the least. Interesting. I don't know. Next game is Browns Jets. Oh, Browns Jets. Justin Fields is starting. That just got released like right before I went live, right? Aaron Glenn kept it a secret from the team until yesterday. But it seems like the right call. I mean, Tyrod Taylor has been, I guess. You might as well just ride out the season with Fields. He's pretty clearly not going to be your quarterback going forward, but like, what else are you going to do? You might at least have some fun with him, right? Hey, he had a good game last week, right? You might have some fun, or was it 2 weeks? You know what I mean, right? Like, he had a good game in their win, like, you might have some fun every once in a while. But going up against this Browns defense, oh boy. Dude, we might see the Browns get like 8 sacks today. And it's a shame. I mean, this is like a good matchup in the trenches. It is. Like this Jets line versus the Browns defensive line, that is like, I think, a really good matchup. And I don't want to kill Fields too much. But like, he has inflated the Jets sack numbers so much. Like, just all the sacks they've taken, I would say a lot of that really isn't on the offensive line. They're doing a great job protecting him. He just holds on to the ball so stinking long, dude. It is crazy, right? I mean, it's the same thing that I've been railing against Carson Wentz for. He does it too. He doesn't necessarily try and duck under, and he's a little bit better at getting away from guys than, geriatric Carson Wentz is, but oh my goodness. But sometimes he does hit a big player too. He does something cool that kind of makes up for it, but this could be a feeding frenzy for this defensive line. That's the point I'm trying to make here, right? Cleveland is 2.5-point road favorites. I think they are the better team. Again, there's these are two of the worst teams in the NFL. And yet, in a weird way, I kind of like what they're both trying to do. I can at least see the direction that both these teams are headed in. There's players on both these teams that I really like. There's young players. I don't mind that the Jets went full fire sale. I mean, the defense was just broken. It was not working. And they got great returns, right? They have 3 new first-round picks to play with now. They get some big contracts off the books. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. The defense wasn't good with those 2 guys. You might as well get big returns on them. Sure, right? And the offense is at least a little intriguing with the line, and I like Tanner Engstrand, their OC. I think he's done a really good job with what he's working with. So I'm not out on either of these teams. Certainly not this season, but a few years from now, right? And the Browns draft class, I've praised so much. They've been awesome. Fannon's been great. Sweschinger's been great. Mason Graham has been great. I mean, Aiden Huntington, their undrafted D tackle, has been great. Judkins has been great. I mean, seriously, hit after hit after hit. These 2 teams, they just don't really have a clear answer at quarterback right now. And I think they have 2 of the worst quarterback rooms in the league, and that's what's really killing them. But I kind of like what both these teams are building. I'll go Browns here, though. I do think they're still maybe a little bit better than the Jets. And their defense could have a big game here today. Even if they don't necessarily demolish the Jets' offensive line, I think the box score is going to look like it did. If Fields gets sacked 8 times, I'm not going to be like, oh man, Jets line is horrible. Maybe I'll be surprised, but I think he's going to be on the ground a lot. So we'll go Jets in a sloppy one. We'll go Browns in a sloppy one. We'll say 20-16. How about that? We'll get a little weird score in there. It's been a while since we've done one of those weird, funky scores, but that is Jets-Browns, which, if you look at the broadcast map, just a tiny little dot. It's all right, we're only going to show this where we have to. Tiny little dot for Jets-Browns, but I'll at least be keeping tabs on it, Maybe wow, Myles Garrett has 5 sacks. Oh, man. Ryan S. said if he didn't forget 1 week in the pick'em, he would be on top. Oh, that's tough, dude. I've had that happen before, too. If you even if you miss a game or two, that can really be a big difference in the pick'em challenge. That is tough, man. But you know what? It's a long season. We're only halfway through. You don't have to tell with the GOAT Rob Anderson watching. Dude, I pray one of these days he's tuned in. He is subscribed. I would be a little surprised if he was tapped in right now, but man, if you are, Rob, you're the GOAT, bro. That would be awesome. My favorite Vikings kicker ever. All right. We're going to take a drink from our awesome Bullseye mug, and then we're going to hit maybe the game of the week. Just might be. Just might be. Let's do this. In another world, I would be going to this game right now. A little full circle moment here. I was asked by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back during the schedule release. They're like, hey, doctor, which game would you want to go to out of the Buccaneers schedule, right? Shout out Tampa, by the way. They pop in here every once in a while. But they asked me what game I want to go to. And I was, in typical doctor faction, I was like, I have an interesting answer for this. I was like, that Bucs-Patriots game might be pretty interesting. Well, here we are. 7-2 Patriots, 6-2 Bucs, 2 teams that are on a collision course for not only the playoffs, but maybe winning a playoff game or two. 2 of the most fun, exciting quarterbacks in the NFL. 2 offenses that are humming right now. This is a great game, man. This is a great, great game. And I think we're going to see both these teams throw the ball a lot because it is a very fascinating matchup of two teams with good passing offenses, two teams with very underwhelming rushing attacks, and both teams have phenomenal run defenses. These are probably two of the 5 best run defenses in the NFL, right? I mean, Vita Vea is a one-man run defense. We all know that. I had this stat pointed out to me this morning, actually, by Gabe. The Patriots have not allowed a single rusher to go over 50 yards this season, which is kind of crazy, right? I mean, this is crazy. They have been awesome against the run. Questionable against the pass, but this is not a team you want to run on. Still no Bucky Irving for Tampa. This is going to be one of those games where I think Baker drops back and lets it rip across the yard. And I think this ain't the worst secondary in the world to do it against. The Patriots secondaries continue to underachieve. I mean, I like some of the talent that they have, but just they have not played as well as I thought they would. Christian Gonzalez has been banged up in and out of the lineup. He should be good to go today. Carlton Davis has kind of had a weird year. It's a homecoming game for Carlton Davis too, right? Coming back to Tampa. But I still like these Bucs receivers against this Patriots secondary, right? I think this could be a big Baker Mayfield game. And on the other side, as we've got Sebastian making an awesome entrance. Welcome, bro. Good to have you in here. Saying Drake May, more like Drake may be better than Tom Brady. He's pretty darn good, man. If you want to talk awards, he's on my MVP shortlist right now. He is already, I think, established himself as a top 10 quarterback. He is unbelievable. And this is not Baker slander whatsoever. Like, Baker's great. Baker's awesome. I love him. Patriots have the better quarterback in this matchup. If we're going to call it how it is, they do. He is an unbelievable player. He's having a great season. And he's doing it with like so-so receivers. Like, they've got Diggs going a little bit, and that's been nice. And Mac Hollins makes a play here and there. And Hunter Henry's been a nice, like, steady, reliable piece. But it's not like they have some, like, a dude at receiver. I've gone back and forth on who I'm going to pick for this game. Truly. I think I'd lean Patriots, but I don't feel great about it. I don't know. I'm interested to see what kind of game plan Todd Bowles is going to have for this Patriots offense, because I think if he does the Todd Bowles thing where it's a lot of blitzes, right? You look at Todd Bowles' record against young quarterbacks. Usually it's pretty good because he blitzes a lot, and a lot of young quarterbacks struggle with that. But Drake May, statistically and just like watching him, is you don't want to blitz him. I mean, he's so athletic, he can escape, and he'll just bomb it downfield. He is not afraid to unleash the hounds if he has to. I think that will be a big thing to watch, right? And I get what you're saying, Ryan Astley. Like, that's just what Todd Bowles does. And that, honestly, Tampa's defense has been a little bit better than I thought it would be this year. Like, Anthony Nelson is out there making plays, and like their pass rush has been pretty good. Yaya Diaby's a dog, but I think if you're Tampa, man, you really got to get pressure rushing for, because if you blitz Drake May, I think you're asking for trouble, and that's how you end up allowing like a 60-yard touchdown or something, right? I don't know. That scares me a little bit. I am gonna lean Patriots here too. Champ is going with the Pats. Oh, I think this is going to be such a fun game, though, man. And I mean, I think Tampa's at least getting a little bit healthier. Luke Gedeke is back on the offensive line. That's huge. He's a great player. Still no Chris Godwin. Oh, no Hassan Reddick for the Bucs either. I mean, that is notable. That is something to keep tabs on, right? If we're talking about having to get pressure rushing for. Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots here, especially after looking at the injury report. I think this is going to be a great game, though. I think both these teams could throw for over 300 yards today. Man. Oh, I don't feel good picking against either team right now. Both these teams are great. I'm going to say Patriots win 35-30, dude. We're going to have a thriller today. I'm fired up for this one, though. We're going to be tapped in on this one. Oh, yeah. Second screen treatment, indeed. CBS has got the game. Thank goodness CBS Atlanta has this game. Let's go. Let's go. What are y'all thinking, though? Pair Champs rocking with the Patriots. What are y'all thinking? I'm curious, Ryan Asty. What would you say is the key for the Bucs to win here today? I'm curious if you have a different perspective, maybe, as someone that's been tapped into the Bucks all season. It's such an interesting matchup, though, right? Todd Bowles in this defense versus the Patriots offense. That'll be something to key in on. But I'm curious if you have a take about this game, Ryan Nasty. You're saying that this was your preseason game to watch too? Oh yeah, let's go, baby. Hey, we knew. Let's go. Sebastian got back from cleaning the bathroom tiles. Oh yeah, that's a rough one, man. That does not sound fun. I do not envy you. Yeah, like a key for the Bucks to win. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Get pressure on May. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Whew, we'll see. We'll see. Patriots offensive line has been kind of good too. I mean, you want to talk about like good offensive linemen. Will Campbell's been good too. Like he should get at least consideration for offensive rookie of the year. Like he's been great. He's been awesome. All right, next game. We hit a bit of a slog now. Well, I mean, I don't know. We've got a few more games in the 1 o'clock window, and then a fun 4 o'clock window. 4 o'clock window should be a lot of fun today. Only 3 games, which is kind of a bummer, but 2 of them should be really, really good. All right. Let's get to this next one, though, shall we? Let's get to this next one. I want to talk about another full circle moment, another referendum to hit here. Something to refer back to. Let's go to the NFC South. It was about a year ago that I donned my Cam Newton jersey in excitement. I was beaming with joy. And that was because my beloved Carolina Panthers, one of my pet teams, a team that I've always had a soft spot for, against the Cowboys last December, were favored in a game for the first time in like 2 years. Crazy, right? They had not been favored in a game for that long. And they were favored. Bryce Young was looking great. The vibes were high. I was just so happy. And I was like, let's go. I'm picking the Panthers. The Panthers are favored. I've got the Panthers jersey on. Let's go. The Panthers got demolished in that game. It did not crush their spirits. It did not crush their vibes. They still had a fun, nice end to the season, but they did get demolished as the favorites. I say all that to say this. I had a very interesting stat pointed out to me this morning when I was listening to my podcasts. The Carolina Panthers have not won a game that they've been favored in since 2021. It has been 4 years since the Panthers have won as favorites. They've always been the fun, scrappy underdog. They've had some feel-good wins, right? Crazy upset last week, winning against the biggest spread in the week. Here they are now, at home, 5.5-point favorites with a chance to go to 6-4. The Panthers, I officially declare, are back. The Panthers are here. The Panthers are here. They're back. And today, for the first time since 2021, they are going to win as favorites. The Panthers keep on pounding. Let's go. Let's go. Panthers win. Panthers win. Panthers win. I mean, what else is there to say, man, right? The Saints team is struggling. They're reeling right now. And if we're going to be honest, dude, they're not playing their best quarterback right now. They're not playing the best option under center. They are playing Tyler Shuck because they felt pressure to get him under center because of how much they spent to go get him, right? 2nd round pick on this 25-year-old rookie. And I think Rattler's better. I think Rattler's a better player. So off the bat, you've got that. This run defense has been very hot and cold, but mostly cold, right? They've had a few good games here and there, but I don't know. They have a reputation of being like a bottom 3 run defense. Maybe they're not that bad, but they're not good either. And what can I say, man? Every once in a while, a broken clock is right. This year, the broken clock is right about the Carolina Panthers run game. Oh, baby. Rico Dowdle's been sick. The play calling, I think, has been great. I love what Canales has done. The offensive line is feisty. They're fun. And what's really crazy is they're doing it without their best offensive lineman, dude. When Robert Hunt went down, I thought, oh man, that took so much wind out of the sails for the Panthers. Like, I just got so sad because he's such a good player, and I thought he was the heart and soul of this offensive line. But they've been good without him. They've been running the ball at a great clip. This is truly probably one of the 5 best rushing attacks in the NFL. The Saints secondary ain't great either. I think this could be a big game for Teterow and McMillan, who I think has looked awesome. I think he's been a lot better than his box score would indicate. He and Bryce aren't always on the same page, but they've had their moments. I don't know. I think the Panthers win as favorites for the first time since 2021, man. For the first time since I was a junior in college. I mean, it's crazy, dude. We were just emerging from COVID the last time the Panthers won as favorites, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They're coming off a win. Maybe you worry about the hangover coming off an emotional win against the Packers, and I get that. And these division games are always tricky and weird, but it is at home, and I'm so like the Saints are just not that great of a team, to be honest, right? I mean, maybe they can get Olave going. I mean, they just lost Rashid Shaheed too, right? Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers 28-20. Panthers win as favorites. They might make the playoffs, dude. They might make the playoffs. They're getting there. They're getting there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited for the Panthers right now. I'm so happy for them. Let's go, baby. Yeah, we're taking the Panthers. I like this offense against the defense a lot. And the run defense has been kind of nice too. I mean, Derek Brown is like, he might be all pro this year, dude. He is an unbelievable player. Some of the moves they made to shore up the defensive front have really, really paid off. Give me the Panthers. Let's go. Keep pounding, baby. Keep pounding. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Talking about the Patriots, if they can win against the mighty Falcons, they might be unstoppable. That was a fun game last week. How about Drake London having a banger of a game? He's been awesome this year. He scored in the first half against the Colts this morning. Oh, yeah. The Panthers podcast is back, so if they stop winning, it's because of them. Meow Mix, right? Or something like that. Oh, no, they can't, dude. They're going to curse them. They're going to ruin the good vibes. They stopped the podcast, and then the Panthers went on the win streak. Dude, that's a great call right there, Ryan Asti. We're gonna be keeping a pulse on this game now. If the Saints upset them, we know why. That and the Panthers are just cosmically prohibited from winning as favorites. But we shall see. Sebastian is saying that stat is gonna certainly change this week. Yeah, they are. I mean, they are big favorites. Oh yeah. Rattler heads, dude. How about the agenda? The Rat Pack, right? It's a shame. He got benched because of roster politics. I think he's been good. I think he's one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he should be starting somewhere right now. And if they're not going to play him, trade him, dude. Let's get him to the Rams. Let's put him in Sean McVay University for a year or two, right? Once Stafford is finally done, which I saw Pear Champ had a comment about him being MVP. I could get down with that. I could totally get down with that. But, once he's decided to stop playing like an MVP, which, might be 5 years from now, but... I mean, shoot, someone should take a chance on him. I've liked what I've seen. Anyways, here we go. One final game for the 1 o'clock window. Another divisional game. And another one that I think is just... Some of these matchups, the NFL really cooked making the schedule this year, right? And obviously, I don't think that they actually put that much thought into, how they're going to lay out the second half of the season. I mean, maybe a little bit, right? But I like a lot of these divisional games to sort of kick off the second half of the season. And I think this is one that could really dictate how things play out. Maybe not so much necessarily in the AFC South, but in the AFC wildcard race. How about a little Jags-Texans? Honestly, kind of a slept-on game in my opinion. I think this could be a pretty good game. I know there's some injuries on both sides of both teams, right? I believe CJ Stroud is he playing or not? Let me look that up real quick, actually. But even if he's not, here's what I'll say. I actually kind of like the Texans in this one. Maybe someone in chat would know if Stroud is playing or not, too. They will be without CJ Stroud. Even with Davis Mills, this might be a little crazy. I actually like the Texans, especially at home, too. I think this defense is going to cause some real problems for the Jaguars offense. I still just don't really trust this offensive line to hold up. I mean, We're looking at Houston legitimately might have the best defense in the NFL. Their pass rush is just filthy. Their corners are good, right? They hit hard. They play the run really well. And I just think, man, like I think about like that Seahawks game. I guess the Jaguars kept it kind of close, but like you can see like when they go up against like a real defensive line, when they go up against a real pass rush, like they still have their issues. They're better. They're better than they were last year. That's for sure, right? But it's still not like a good offensive line or anything like that. So that's one thing I really am worried about. Jaguars are also, I mean, sure, the Texans don't have Stroud. Jaguars are without their two top receivers, right? No Travis Hunter or BTJ. I know they did bring in Jacoby Myers. I think that's a nice move. Like, that's a good temporary move for all the injuries you're dealing with. And Parker Washington's been a nice piece, but all of a sudden, like, the Jaguars that we saw at the beginning of the season, that just got me so excited and got everyone so excited, right? Just there's so much speed. They're missing a lot of that speed now, and the passing game just feels a little bit tighter. They're still just dealing with like some of the procedural stuff and the penalties and getting the plays in. And I know a lot of that was Travis Hunter having to like learn two sides of the ball and whatnot, but I'm with you, Sebastian. The Jags are a very mercurial team. That's a great way to put it. I like that word, right? Very hot and cold. And they've been a little bit more cold recently. I feel like they've cooled off a little bit. The turnovers that they were forcing at the beginning of the year are kind of drying up a little bit. Their defense was pretty reliant on that. I think this could be kind of an ugly, low-scoring game, but I'm with you with the Texans kind of stealing this one. I just think their defense can take them home in this. This could be like a 17-10 type of game, honestly. I don't know, man. I'm a little surprised looking at the pick'em stats right now. 35% of ESPN users pick the Texans, 65% on the Jaguars. I think this could be a game we look back like if the Jaguars don't win this game, this could be one that like keeps them out of the playoffs potentially. And Houston, I don't know, especially if Stroud gets back and he's healthy, they could maybe push for the wild card. It's going to be tough. I don't think they can catch the Colts necessarily, but there's at least a path. They've got some tough games ahead though. Man, they really needed to win some of those early season games. They kind of had a tricky schedule this year. And that Broncos game last week, that was one that got away from them. They could have won that game too. But I think at least today, Houston wins and keeps their playoff hopes alive. And Jaguars, I don't know. I've cooled on them a little bit, you know. I mean, their past few games, they had that loss to Seattle. Then they got thumped by the Rams. And then they squeaked one out against the Raiders, you know. I think this team might still be a year away. And especially with all the injuries now, just... This is a tough game for them. Yeah, I'm with you, Pear Champ. Defense going crazy. Carrying them like the Broncos did on Thursday. So true. Great comp right there. Yeah. So I feel like most people chat, we're rocking with the Texans in this one. But if the Jaguars can find a way to win, I think that's pretty encouraging. Like, this might be a game I'd pick the Jaguars to win next year. You know, this is a character building game. If they can at least keep it close, I think you feel all right. I mean, this is a team that was picking top 5 in the draft the previous season. There's a reason they have a new coach. Like, they're retooling right now. They might be a little bit ahead of schedule. I say that. I did pick them to make the playoffs, but maybe they're right on schedule right now, honestly. And just like their hot start maybe warped our perception of them a little bit. Caden. Sure. You know what? I respect it, though. I respect that you're standing your ground with Bo Nix 10 toes down. I respect it. You know what? And he's had better games than he had on Thursday. Like, that's fair to say too, right? That's fair to say. But you and I are destined to do this forever with Bo Nix, aren't we? You know what? I like that, though. That's fun. We need a little more dynamics like this, so that's good. All right. I'm clapping my hands. Hold on a second, actually. I'm going to be right back. Like, it'll be, like, legitimately, like, 2 seconds. I got to do something real quick. Hold on. Let's talk about the next game. Let's talk about the next game, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Talk about another interesting divisional game. Here you go. Here you go. This is truly one of the games that I'm most excited about this week. It's Seahawks Cardinals. It's Seahawks Cardinals. Another rematch, right? Saw this game on Thursday night. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Cardinals coming off a monster win on Monday nights. And I tell you what, call me crazy. This might be a bonkers take. I think they've still got a slight pulse for the playoffs. They've still got a slight pulse. They've lost a lot of close games, but I think they've played some pretty good football this year. I really do. I think the defense has taken massive strides. Walter Nolan played his first game, right, on Monday night. He looked awesome. Will Johnson has been great. The defense has been really good. And I tell you what, they've got a quarterback now. They've got a quarterback who gets the ball out, runs the offense. It's just kind of crazy, isn't it, that for 2 years, Trey McBride is this great tight end, but he just has terrible luck in the red zone and can't seem to score. And all of a sudden they got a new quarterback in and like, wow, Trey McBride is scoring every week. That's crazy. It's kind of crazy how like, wow, Marvin Harrison is like consistently getting the ball now and like consistently having 100-yard games and career highs and catches. Like, wow, that's crazy. Like, who would have thought, you know? Anyways, they've got a quarterback. Seattle is heavy favorites, and I get it because you can argue maybe like that the Seahawks are the best team in the league, like truly, like their defense is legit. Their offense has been awesome, right? This is such an interesting matchup, though. Here's what I'll say, right? Because, again, you have to remember, this game came down to a last-second field goal last time these two teams played, right? Something that was pointed out, I'm kind of stealing this take from Mina's podcast, whatever. It's an excellent point, though, and something that I didn't really consider before hearing it, and now it's got me radicalized. Seattle's offense, a big reason why they've been so good this year is because they've forced a lot of their opposing defenses to come out and base, right? 3 linebackers, 4 defensive backs, 4 defensive linemen. Base, like stuff you'd see like the 70s Steelers run. You don't see a lot of base in today's NFL, but Seattle does a good job of forcing defenses to come out and base because they've got all these great tight ends. They can come out in heavy formations and force you to put that 3rd linebacker on the field, right? And then that's where they hit play action and, you know, can hit the shots downfield. And Darnold has been so good on all that stuff, right? That's really how this offense has been cooking right now. You know what the Cardinals don't do ever, and they're stubborn about it, and this might actually play perfectly into their hands? The Cardinals do not play base. The Cardinals are not a normal defense. They refuse to be normal in the best way possible. They do not play base. They will not conform to Seattle's madness. They will create madness of their own. And I think this defense is a good matchup against the Seahawks offense. Are they going to shut them down? Probably not. JSN is the truth. He might be Offensive Player of the Year. Darnold has been great. But they might just say, you know what? Run the ball. Do it. Run the ball on us. I dare you. Run the ball. It's a good matchup. It's a really, really, really good matchup. And then on the other side of the ball, I mean, this is our Shining King's biggest test yet. It really is. This is his moment right here, going up against probably a top 3 defense. Kyler could never beat this team. He's got his chance now, right? Kyler's on the IR. He'll be out for at least 4 games. I mean, let's be real, man. He's been the better quarterback. Let's see it again. Let's see it again. You know what? I have to do it. Jack, I love you, man. Welcome to the stream. Saying, what is that hat? Joao, I love you, man, right? I love the Seahawks. I love what y'all are doing this year. You have to understand, though, that I am pulling for the Cardinals with every fiber of my being today. I am pulling so hard for the Cardinals in this game. You have to understand that, right? I've got the hat on. I'm taking the Cardinals. Let's go, Cardinals. Here we go. Upset alert. The Cinderella story continues. Brissett plays well. The defense causes havoc. Let's go, Cardinals. Call me crazy. They still have a slight pulse to be a wild card team. They still have a slight pulse. It's a tough road ahead. Man, I don't know. They they've played two of the best teams in the NFL, three of the best teams in the NFL very well. And it's tough to cope too much about like, well, they lost close to so and so, but like, dude, they could have beat the Packers, right? They were in that game to the end. They could have beat the Colts. They were in that game till the very end. And they could have beat the Seahawks. Like, they have not looked like the worst team, like significantly worse in any of these games. They have a pretty good roster. I'm rocking with the Cardinals, man. Joel forgives me. Let's go. I appreciate it. You're saying 58-0 throwback earlier, but that would have been crazy. But again, if we're gonna be rational, yeah, I'm sure the Seahawks probably find a way to win this game, right? If we're gonna be rational. We've got the hat, though. You know what's funny, actually? I did not get this hat just because of this game. I've actually had this hat for a while. It's a long story that has to do with Madden. And the last time I wore this hat, things didn't go well for me. But I've had an Arizona Cardinals hat for a while now, just because. If you know, you know. But we had to pull out the hat today. That's what I'll say. Oh, man. Kaden say never disrespect Torrey Horton again. Oh, hey, no disrespect for Torrey Horton, dude. He's a beast. He's a great player. It is kind of a shame, like, now that Rashid Shaheed is coming in, like, his role might be reduced a little bit. If I had to guess, I feel like Shaheed should be ready to hit the ground running just because he has familiarity with Clint Kubiak, you know? I think that was a great trade for Seattle. It is a bummer though, right? Like, Horton had a great game last week, and he is banged up too. It's like, man, he's probably going to be getting a little bit less run now, but no, he's a great player. Yeah, this is the hat. Yep, but this time it's going to go better, baby. I will actually put this hat on at 4:00. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm going to put it on. No. I'm finishing the show in this hat. Let's go, Cardinals. Let's go, Cardinals, baby. Let's go. Dude, I am going to be obnoxious if they win this game. Oh, man. Sebastian hopes that Jonathan Gannon's genius will be finally unleashed, except for when they play the Lions. True. No, I mean, I think he's done an all right job, and I don't know. It was so fun seeing him get fired up on the sideline on Monday night. Like, this is what this Cardinals team is supposed to be. They've got a fun, scrappy defense with a little bit more talent. And it's crazy because finally, Drew Petzing, the offense looks... there's one more thing, right? It's just kind of crazy how early in the season, people were like, man, maybe Drew Petzing isn't really that good of an offensive coordinator. And Cardinals fans were unhappy with him, right? Man, it's kind of crazy how all of a sudden he's a good play caller again. Just, I wonder what changed. Like, what happened? It's just kind of crazy how he's a good OC once again. I wonder what could have changed. Let's go. What's special about the hat, Sebastian is asking? All right, long story short, me and the Fargo fellas, who've all been on stream before, we've had this tradition of doing online Madden franchises, specifically Madden 20, and we'll do a fantasy draft. And we usually just do one season. We get randomly assigned teams, and it's a big deal. Like, I get super serious about it, like more serious than any healthy human being should be. But I had the Cardinals one year, and I took them to the Super Bowl against my good buddy Gothberg. Never beat him in the Super Bowl before, never won the Super Bowl. So I got my Cardinals hat. I was pretending to be the coach and all that. And I got destroyed. I got humiliated. So it was tough, but that is the story behind this hat. Oh, man. All right. You know what, Caden? Ask and you shall receive. That's actually a great segue. That is actually a great segue to our next game. We'll do it for this game. How about Caden asking for the backwards hat? Well, by golly, we're about to talk about the Rams. So let's do it. The hat is on backwards for Matthew. Let's go, baby. Rams, 49ers, another great game. I'm loving the divisional matchups in the 4:00 window. It's the NFC West window. I'm loving it. Rams, 49ers. We were live for this game on Thursday night earlier on in the season. One of the best games of the season. Every time these two teams get together, it's a treat. It's Shanahan versus McVay, divisional rivalry, all that good stuff, right? Oh, man. Now we've got the rematch. Who would have thought that, 5 or so weeks later, that Mac Jones would still be the starting quarterback for the 49ers? But dare I say, I mean, Purdy's hurt, obviously, but also, yeah, keep rolling with him. He's playing well right now. He's running the offense, man. It's honestly kind of similar to like the Brissett Kyler thing, where sure, you can say like Kyler offers more out of structure than Brissett, certainly, and maybe has more high-end traits. And same thing with Purdy. He offers more out of structure than Mac Jones, and he maybe has more high-end traits. But honest to goodness, Brissett and Mac are kind of running the offense as it's intended better right now. They're just a little bit better at playing in structure. And when the structure is good, that's kind of what you want. I am going to go Rams here. I think just that Thursday night game, so much weird stuff happened. There's a lot of turnovers, some drops for the Rams, right? Kendrick Bourne randomly had like 140 yards in that one. I don't think they're necessarily going to blow the 49ers out. I'm going to be real with you though, man. I have no idea how this team has 6 wins. Like, just if you look at their defense right now, it's truly shocking how they're still like hanging in there. And I think that's a big testament to Robert Saleh, but like, I mean, no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner. Now Michael Williams is hurt too. I do think, man, I mean, we saw the Rams kind of, when they weren't dropping the ball, they were shredding the 49ers, and that was when they still had Fred Warner and Michael. Now without, it's like, dude, I don't know. Like, I think this is another big, big day for this Rams offense. One that you could argue is the best in the NFL. Stafford has been playing great, right? Again, we've got the backwards hat on right now. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Puka could go for like 15 catches in this one, honestly. We'll say Rams win 31-25. Fun game, but I just do not trust this defense whatsoever to hold up against the Rams offense. If they do, more credit to them. And I think that like the 49ers can at least make it interesting, but I don't know. Colts are not looking so hot right now. Yeah, they've had a few turnovers. Daniel Jones coming back to earth maybe a little bit. Hey, upset alert, right? Upset alert. How about the Falcons hanging in there right now? I mean, hanging in there. They're up right now, but we have the backwards hat on for Matthew. There you go. Shout out Matthew Stafford, who truly could be MVP this year. I mean, seriously, like he's having the best season of his life. But now that we're not talking Rams, we'll put it back on forwards. Basketball demon. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Sebastian asking if I'm going to be going live for Sunday Night Football. Not Sunday night, but Monday night. We will be live for Packers-Eagles Monday Night Football. Sunday night, we're just going to enjoy that game and maybe be a demon basketball player. But Monday night, you best believe we'll be live, and it'll be fun to talk about what goes down during the Sunday slate. Ooh. Scorcher of a take from Pearchamp. I kind of like that, though. Whichever team wins Jags versus Houston wins the division. Whoo. Colts cool down maybe a little. Ooh, we'll see. I mean, dude, if they lose again, it's possible. It's not the worst take in the world if the Colts end up losing this game. Okay. I like it. All right. Here we go. Final game of the 4 o'clock window. Here you go, Sebastian. It's time to talk Lions. I'm going to be real with you, man. You want another bold prediction? Maybe not bold. This is on brand for me. Dude, I think the Lions score 50 today. The Lions are ticked off. They're mad. They're coming off a loss. And respectfully, this is a very good get-right game for them. This is a team you want to play when you're coming off a loss right now. This is a good way to fix your offense. I mean, my Lord. You want to talk about Jahmyr Gibbs having a bounce back? Commanders struggling against the run, especially on the edges, especially with like some of the guys that they've lost on the edge now, right? Just a lot of injuries on their defensive line. Jahmyr Gibbs could have a feeding frenzy. Amon-Ra St. Brown versus a secondary could be a feeding frenzy. I don't know, man. I mean, Commanders don't even have Jaden now, right? It's going to be Marcus Mariota. Lions defense could be a feeding frenzy. I don't know what else to say, man. This Commanders team is kind of scuffling a little bit. I kind of wish for their sake that they were sellers at the deadline. I believe they have only 4 draft picks now for this next draft. And they've just got a lot of old players, a lot of big contracts. I think it would have made sense with no Jaden to be sellers and try and recoup some of that value. I don't know, man. I also had a stat pointed out to me. Since 2022, Dan Campbell's Lions are undefeated coming off of a loss, right? They've never lost back-to-back games since 2022. And I think that's a big testament to him as a coach and the team culture, being able to bounce back after what was not even really a tough week for them. I mean, heinous cheating scandal against the Lions. I mean, see, it's not even like the Lions had a bad game last week, right? They struggled a little bit against the Vikings blitzes, and the Vikings kind of teed off on the interior a little bit, and, they got to Goff a little bit. But it's not like the Lions played bad. It's not like their defense looked bad or anything. I mean, it was good football on both sides, truly, Yeah, this screams revenge game. I'm a little surprised that the line is only 7.5. I don't know. I think the Lions win big. They cover, and I maybe I'll jinx it. We'll see. But truly, honestly, I say the Lions score 50 today. I'll say the Lions win 52-21. I think this is going to be one of those big time Lions performances. But I need to talk John Morton discourse. I think he's been all right. I mean, is he Ben Johnson? No. And I get that, like, every time you lose, like, it can be easy to get frustrated with the play caller. I mean, I don't think he's, like, great. I really do think a lot of it is, I think he could be tied back more to, like, just some of the losses the Lions had on the interior offensive line. Like, the run game, that's been the thing that's been, like, a little bit more noticeable for me than the pass game. Is like, the run game feels a little bit worse this year. And I think a lot of that's just, like, I don't know, man. Like, you lost maybe the best center in the NFL and a Pro Bowl caliber guard. Like, you've got these young guys, inexperienced guys coming in, like, yeah, it's probably not going to be quite as good. It's still good, still really good, But I still would probably put, and I say offensive struggles, this is still clearly one of the best offenses in the NFL. But if I had to pin it, sure, Morton's not great. I still think a lot more of it has to do with just the line is no longer like a superpower. It's merely just pretty good, But I get it. I understand. Like, maybe he's been a little bit conservative. Maybe just like role wise, some of the stuff has been weird. Like, just maybe using Sam Laporte as a blocker a little bit too much, or like Jahmyr Gibbs has maybe been in pass protection a little bit too much, and you want Monty in on those downs instead. Like, sure, but yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it just like they've been doing those runs up the middle, right? Like, first down run up the middle, like, it just hits a lot harder when you've got Frank Ragnow leading the way. I think in my opinion, a lot of it is that. But also, that's fair. Like, if you're the OC, I don't know what that was. Sorry. If you're the OC, like, it is on you to recognize, like, okay, we're 10 weeks into the season now. Maybe we should try something different. So that's fair. That's fair. I almost died there. All right. We got one more game to hit here. We'll preview the Monday night game more in depth when we go live tomorrow night. We did talk about it at the top of the show a little bit, if you're curious and you want to go back and see that. But we have a fun Monday night game too, honestly. This is not a bad way to end the day. Is it the best game ever? No. There's two playoff-looking teams, right? We've seen some good games between these two teams on Sunday night before. In fact, I think back to 2021, if we want to go back to that year again, right? It was Steelers-Chargers Sunday Night Football in SoFi. Great game. It was a shootout. It was like 45-40 or something like that, right? Austin Eckler had 4 touchdowns. Really fun game. Back in 2018, Chargers-Steelers Sunday Night Football. Remember the game that the Steelers kept jumping off sides trying to block the game-winning field goal or whatever? That was a fun game. We've had some good matchups between these two teams. Pittsburgh's defense had probably their best effort of the season this past week. Looked pretty good against the Colts, forcing all those turnovers. Let's see if they can do it again. I'm still a little skeptical of the defense. I don't know. Jalen Ramsey being put back at safety has been a nice touch. I feel like that's been just a logical move for him to make, right? But I don't. The pass rush is all right. but it's not quite been like the crazy power that it's been in years past. I honestly think the Steelers' offense is better than their defense this season, which has not been something you could say for a while, right? And the Chargers, I mean, they're another team. I'm a little surprised they're 6-3 right now, just with some of the injuries that they've had. And Joe Alt getting hurt again is just such a bummer, right? I mean, if you look at their offensive splits with and without Joe Alt, oh baby, Rutro Raggy, right? I mean, that has been pretty tough. So maybe you could see, okay, the Steelers pass rush could get going a little bit just against a pretty rough offensive line. I'm going back and forth on this one too, honestly, right? I mean, I think I am going to go Chargers. I like Herbert in this passing game against the Steelers secondary still. He's going to have to get the ball out quick, maybe, but he could. I mean, he's got the options to, right? Q has been a nice revelation. Gadsden has been pretty good now, and Ladd's starting to heat up a little bit. I am going to go Chargers here. Oh, and the Chargers defense has still been pretty good too, right? I mean, they could maybe, they're going to have to force Aaron Rodgers to get the ball out quick. I mean, that's what he likes to do, but they're a good tackling defense. So I'll go Chargers. I'll go Chargers on the game-winning field goal. How about that? We'll say Chargers win 27-24. I don't have too many crazy takes for this game, but I think it should be fun. I am excited to have this game on. What are you guys thinking, though? Chargers or Steelers? What are you guys feeling for this one? It's saying, please don't go back to 2021. Good times. Good times. 41-37, Days of Our Steelers Classic. I could get down with that. Oh, it's 41-37. That was the final score. I see what you're saying now. Yeah. No, that was a sick game. John Morton. Now, you're right. Another referendum, right? A referendum for the Chargers. Like, could be a slight collapse candidate if they lose this game. Maybe a little bit. Just, worried about the line. But they've got some talent. They're well coached. So we'll see. But another referendum, to keep using that word. I like it. All right, man. That was a Sunday slate. We are now going to be degenerates real quick and do a little pigskin parlay. It's been a while since we've played Prize Picks, actually. So we'll put together a 3-legger today. How about that? Just a little $5, right? Nothing too crazy. Welcome, Brent. Good to have you in here. Saying Steelers 2-0. That would be a first. Well, I don't think it'd be a first. I think there's probably been a 2-0 game before, but we'll see. Maybe one day you'll get your wish for a 2-0 game. All right, let's see. What do we like here today? I should probably switch over. I'm trying to think of players that I've kind of talked about, like could maybe have a big game. I could do the classic emotional hedge. Wait, no, I know. Dude, what am I doing? I've got the Cardinals hat on. Where is he? Where's my goat? 232.5. Honestly, that's a little higher than normal. I mean, we've cleared it pretty easily recently, I mean, that's crazy, Caden. That's crazy. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Cade Otton. Ryan Asty likes Cade Otton today. I don't hate that. He's been a solid piece, right? Maybe you can get these Patriots backers a little bit. As much as I love Robert Spillane, you can get him in coverage every once in a while. Do we dare bet on Jacoby again? See, I can't be a coward, right? This is how Vegas wins, Yeah, what the heck? Fantasy score 16. That seems a bit high. We won't touch fantasy score. We'll do Jacoby, obviously. Let's take a look at Cade Otton. I need to be better about listening to chat for these because I feel like y'all have been right pretty consistently, and I'm just like, no, we're gonna do something else, and then it loses. So, Cade Otton 42.5. Ooh. 11 fantasy score. Wow. I mean, there's no Godwin, I guess. 11. It is easy for those receivers to rack up points. You know what? We'll do it. We'll do it. We're gonna find one more here. Chargers 2-0 by forfeit. We'll find one more here. Let's see. Let's see if I can find another receiving one, maybe. Not targets. I'm never, ever, ever gonna bet on targets. You know what? We'll do Jefferson. I was saying I like Justin Jefferson today. We'll do Justin Jefferson. I don't know that I've ever bet on Justin Jefferson before. 71.5 is crazy. Yeah, we're going to do Jefferson. We've got the Jeffy on today, right? We'll do that. So just a cool little $5. We're going to do power play. I like it. We're going to stand on business here. 5 to win 30. We'll see how it goes. There you go. It's submitting. Bang. I got you, though. I got you, though, with the Kate Otten bet. I got you. Aaron Rodgers decides the SoFi Jumbotron will give him cancer and gets the entire team to fly to Peru to cleanse themselves. You know, that's not the worst tactic in the world. I think I would be down to go to Peru with Aaron Rodgers. That'd be crazy. All right. We're about ready to wrap things up here. Bit of a shorter show today, but you know what? That's all right because we've got a game on that I kind of want to turn on and see how that plays out. We're going to check in on the challenge. I know I've been bad about staying on top of this. You know, we've kind of made our own rules with this a little bit. We've changed a few challenges. I still do have to eat the cheesesteak and then run up the stairs or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see how exactly we're going to do that. Maybe I'll post a video of me in Discord doing that or something like that. And then I do have to listen to Madison Beer for an entire day, I guess. I don't know how I can really prove that I did that, but we did lose to the Chargers. We avoided the Sonic movie punishment. We'll see if I have to eat everything with Old Bay seasoning for a day. See, like the Bears would, like that does not make sense. Like how could I physically be the first Bear? We'll have to come up with something else for that. But oh, I like it because the Eagles are playing tomorrow too. Maybe that's how we'll start the stream. I like that. That's a great idea, actually. The Eagles are playing anyways. I will get a Philly, and I'll incorporate running into it somehow. I will try and run without like doxing myself because I was like, well, maybe I could run up my apartment stairs, but I don't want to be like, yo, this is where I live. But we'll figure out something for that. We will get some athletic activity in while eating a Philly cheesesteak. How about that? But I like that. Good idea, Caden. We'll do that tomorrow. All right. That's all I've got for today, man. I appreciate you guys waking up, tuning in with me, talking some ball. We've got still about a quarter left of Falcons-Colts, which has been a fun game. They went for it on fourth down. They got it. Love to see it. Jonathan Taylor going beast mode. I'm going to probably turn that game on, get ready for my football rot. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go enjoy the games today. We've got a fun day of football ahead. I will be back tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, Eagles-Packers. Great game on so many different levels. We'll get into that then, but until then, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Let's go, Skol Vikings, and fly Cardinals fly, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all have a good day and enjoy the game.